Please be seated.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're all very welcome to the membership conferring ceremony here today at our home on Kildare Street. Welcome to all our new members and their guests. This week we'll confer 319 new members from 32 different countries. So we're delighted to meet you all here today. This building captures and nurtures our heritage. Our Heritage Centre has attained museum status, an award that recognises our dedication to caring for our collections to the highest standards. We have ambitious plans to grow our museum and to open our rich heritage and medical history increasingly to the public and to a wider audience. All around you there are portraits, sculptures and items that reflect our central role in the history of medicine in Ireland and indeed abroad. Today you join their ranks and you join all of us on your lifelong journey and career through medicine. This is an exciting moment in your careers and one that you've earned through your hard work, determination and dedication, as well as the support of those around you. So well done to you all. And now, before declaring the ceremony of the Royal College of Physicians of Ireland open, may I introduce the platform party. Dr. Alessandra Biagini, Chair of the MRCPI Trainees Committee, Professor Ed McCone, Dean of the Institute of Medicine, Dr. Judith Meehan, Dean of the Faculty of Paediatrics, Dr. Dermot O'Shea, President of the Royal College of Physicians of Ireland, Professor Mary Higgins, Treasurer of the Royal College of Physicians of Ireland, Professor Trevor Duffy, Director of Healthcare Leadership, and Ms. Harriet Wheelock is our mace bearer and keeper of collections. And I'm Professor Michael Keane, I'm the registrar here in the college. This is a meeting of the Royal College of Physicians of Ireland for the purpose of conferring membership, which I now declare open. With your permission, President, I will now proceed with the conferring ceremony.
Please proceed, Michael.
I'll now call on Professor Trevor Duffy, Director of Healthcare Leadership, to address you.
Good afternoon. I'm not going to delay you too long. You'll have a few speeches after me. If you sense a bit of giddiness from the platform party, I think it's because we all enjoy this day. These conferring ceremonies really are a highlight for all of us. We're all incredibly proud of you. We think we've had a hand in your achievements, and I hope we'll be able to contribute to your training at a later date. But I'm here really to emphasise that the college is not just about training. You'd be forgiven for thinking it's a university and this is a place you come to get your higher specialist training and move on. That's not what the college is about in total. If you think you spend 40 years as a doctor, 30 of those will be post-training, and this is your professional home, and that's the purpose of the Department of Healthcare Leadership. We're trying to provide an environment where you will feel safe, where when you have difficult times, you'll have colleagues you can turn to, an environment that will support you throughout your career and allow you reinvent yourselves throughout your career. If we have one ask of you, it's that you contribute back to the college. Again, it's not just a transactional place where you come to learn and be taught. The college only survives because of your effort. Everyone here at the platform party can remember the days they sat in your chair, and they're now giving back. And the college wouldn't survive without that commitment and contribution. Really, I just want you to enjoy the day with your colleagues. They are your professional family for the rest of your working life and beyond. Enjoy the day with your family and spend some time talking to us afterwards also. So I'll stop and let the more formal speeches take over. And congratulations to you all.
Thank you, Trevor. I'll now ask Dr. Alessandra Biagini to address the members-elect.
Thank you, President, fellows and members. As chair of the Trainees Committee of the MRCPI, it is my honor, my privilege, and my duty to represent you and to work on your behalf with the college to improve the quality of our medical education and of the training we receive. I am sincerely delighted to be here in person today and to extend my heartfelt congratulations on your remarkable accomplishment of achieving membership of this college. It was no longer ago I was sitting at your place, and it is still fresh in my memory the number of hours and months and years of hard work and efforts to reach this goal. The effort you put into your life, all the sacrifices you made, today have paid off. and you should just be proud of yourself and of all your accomplishments. As members of the RCPI, you have distinguished yourselves as the brightest and best physicians of your generation. You stand apart as the group of doctors who will lead the profession for the generation to come. Your graduation today leads you one step closer to specialization in your field of interest and towards being a leader within our healthcare service, and marks a significant milestone in your career progression and your success. Today must be a joyful day, a day of celebration to be shared with your family, friends, and peer fellows. But please remember, this is not just an end, it's a turning point. From now on, you will have a shared responsibility in shaping our profession, deciding its evolution, and supporting and being the active creator of all the necessary progress to serve at the best of our possibilities this country and all the needs of the citizens at their most vulnerable points of their lives. You will have the moral duty to put the talents and skills you have proven through many challenges and adversity to teach and to guide your junior colleagues and to ensure they achieve and maintain the same high standards of clinical and academic excellence that you yourself have demonstrated. In this room, we all know these exams aren't easy, and many of us were tested to our own very limit, but they are a goal worth achieving, so please guide your fellow doctors to the same success you now so deservedly enjoy. I am delighted to see that so many of you have friends and family members here today. The support of your beloved ones has got you here in no small measure, and sharing and rejoicing with you and for you for your success is the highest form of love and, yes, of teamwork. Finally, now that exams are over, you no doubt have more spare time of your hands. I would suggest you to use this period to take stock of your achievement and to think what direction you would like your career to take. With a bit of extra time you have now, I'd also invite you and encourage you to join us in the Trainees Committee in working with RCPI to bring about positive changes that will benefit you and benefit the doctors who follow in your footsteps. I'm sure over your engagement so far with the college, you've all seen what works well, but also all the things that we could do better. Now that you have both the insight and the authority to make a change, I really urge you all to work with me to keep making this college a better and better place for trainees, so we can be proud to be members of this noble institution, proud of the fact that we can be part of receiving and providing world-class medical training, proud of the fact that we will always strive for better, and proud of the fact that we, in this room, are constantly working to safeguard the healthcare of people of Ireland. Congratulations once again, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Biagini. I'll now ask all the licentiates and members-elect to stand and to read with me the declaration for membership, which you can find in your booklets. Okay, so we'll read this together. I, do hereby solemnly and sincerely promise that I will observe and obey the statutes, bylaws, and regulations of this college relating to members, and will submit to such penalties as may be lawfully imposed for any neglect or infringement of them, including the erasure of my name from the list of members and the surrender of my diploma of membership received from the college. I further promise and declare that I will, to the best of my ability, do all things in the practice of my profession for the honour of the college and the good of the public. I further promise and declare that I will not keep open shop for the sale of medicines or endeavour to obtain practice or to attract public notice by any unworthy means. Nor will I either permit or sanction the use of my name by any other person for such purpose or in connection with any secret remedy. And in case of any doubt relative to the true meaning of this engagement, I promise to submit to the judgment of the college. I now call upon the President, Dr. Diarmuid O'Shea, to formally admit the new licentiates and members-elect collectively to the membership of the College.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as President of the College, I hereby admit you individually and collectively as licentiates and members of the Royal College of Physicians of Ireland. Congratulations to each of you. Well done.
Congratulations to all our new members. You may all be seated. I'll now ask each new member to come forward and receive your parchment from the President of the College as your name is called. Sahar Muhammad Abbas Abdallah, General Medicine. Zainab Abdul Mohsen H. Alik, General Medicine. Adam John Bowden, General Medicine. Alexander James Bryan, General Medicine. Fanula Kahal, General Medicine. Karen Copperthwaite, Pediatrics. Tess Coyne, General Medicine. John Drought, General Medicine. Gavin Hubert Duffy, General Medicine. Batul Abdul Karim Hamza Ibrahim, Pediatrics. Lori Megan Edwards, Pediatrics. Samira El Tohami Bilal Taha El Bashir, Pediatrics. Aya Eltum Hajo El Sheikh, Obstetrics and Gynecology. Kostandi Michelle Kostandi Fashad, General Medicine. Evelyn Flynn, Pediatrics. Jane Hines, General Medicine. Samir Kadir Bahagil Ibrahim, General Medicine. Mohammed Imran, General Medicine. Kate Johnston, General Medicine. Albi Ellen Keane, General Medicine. Aisling Kelly, General Medicine. Hassan Raza Khan, General Medicine. Hina Kokab, Obstetrics and Gynecology. Lucy McCauley, Pediatrics. Jack McGrath, General Medicine. Hadia Ali Ibrahim Mohammed, General Medicine. Mohammed Abdulaziz Omar Mustafa, General Medicine. Owen Michael O'Connor, General Medicine. Anna O'Hanlon, General Medicine. Ruta Petkuti, Obstetrics and Gynecology. Pooja, General Medicine. Robert Power, General Medicine. Clodagh Julia Ryan, Pediatrics. Laura Stevens, Pediatrics. Marouk Taha, General Medicine. Niamh Mary Vaughan, Pediatrics. Kinza Zaman, Obstetrics and Gynecology. In absentia. Graduating in absentia in the specialty of General Medicine are Sabir Mahmood Hasham Abutwela, Seda Osman Hassan Yusuf, Samsam Mushtaq, Sana Wahab, Sarah Mohammed Abdul Gahir Mohammed, Sarah Sharfeldin Omar Mohammed, Shahbaz Khan, Shazia Parveen, Solara Babakir Al Fadil Hassan, Supriyanto bin Suryono, Tawasul Al Hadi Yusuf Al Hadi, Tawsal El Malik El Tag El Sheikh, Tim McMacken, Wada Muhammad Hussein Muhammad, Wael Muhammad Muhammad Gabar, El Maghrabi, Wala Babakir Yusuf Babakir, Walid Muhammad Ali Ahmed, Wiam Siragaldeen Mustafa Al Sheikh, Yasmin Yusuf Al Yusuf, Zainab Muhammad Ibrahim Muhammad. And in the specialty of pediatrics, Siraj Nabi Deepar, Tahir Abdullah Al Shababi, Tariq Shaheen, Yusuf Molhem Al Sultan. And in the specialty of obstetrics and gynecology, we have Sadia Rafiq, Saira Ghafoor, Saira Liaquat, Sajida Alim, Salma Tahira, Sara Eltiab Elobaid Ahmed, Sobia Akram, Soma Hassan Al Hatim, Sweeta Rajan V, Tasav Ibrahim Muhammad Ibrahim, Tatiana Safanova, Thinzar I, Tura Amar Hassawi, Umber Assad, Wafa Fathi Muhammad Farid, Yatunde Bolatito, Arimu Kasumo, Ziba Altaf. So we have a round of applause for all our new members. I now call on one of our new members, Dr. Anna O'Hanlon, to address you on behalf of the college.
President, fellows, members, family and friends, it's a great pleasure to stand here as a newly appointed member of the Royal College of Physicians and share this moment with you all. We've learned a lot over the past few years, but addressing colleagues in a forum like this was never on an exam paper. So with that in mind, you might please bear with me. Today is about celebration, but it's also about gratitude. It's important to remember that none of us made it here alone. So firstly, to the college and to the fellows and members, whether consultants, SPRs or registrars, you have taught, guided and welcomed us into this profession. From the day we nervously arrived as students, unsure of which end of a stethoscope to hold, through the on-call shifts and exams, all the way to being here today. Your patience and generosity, be it in the form of a Google Doc of notes, bedside tutorials, or the brilliant MRCPI bedside podcast, whose calm and clear voices got me, and I know many others, through long commutes, and they've all made a tough journey a little bit more manageable. To our patients, so often it's the patients who taught us the most. They allowed us to examine them and then invite 10 of our colleagues to do the same. We can all think of that one patient who, despite often being very unwell, agreed to give us their time, despite not fully grasping what it meant to us to finally blot a kidney. Their patience and frankly their resilience deserve serious applause. To our families and friends, the real heroes, you've supported us through years of stressed out phone calls, last minute cancellations, and panicked revising. You've believed in us on the days when we didn't believe in ourselves. This achievement belongs just as much to you as it does to us. And then, of course, to each other. This was a team effort every step of the way. We've learned from each other, supported each other, and celebrated each other's successes. We've been through it all together, from nervously asking consultants for tutorials, to spending many hours on question banks, and paying endless amounts of emergency tax. It's been a sometimes long, but never uninteresting road together. It's also worth remembering that for many of us here, including myself, although this isn't our first graduation, it's the first one we've been able to actually celebrate in person. When we completed medical school, for many of us, our ceremonies were virtual and silent, which makes today even more special, to finally come together side by side and celebrate properly, as colleagues, friends, and now fellow members. Working in the field of medicine is both a profound privilege and a significant responsibility. So on those days, and we all have them, when we're exhausted and feeling particularly unmotivated, it's important to take a step back and remember the privilege we have of making a difference in both our patients' lives and also the lives of their families, of being there for them in their moments of need. As new members of the college, we're one step further on the path to completing our training. There are many more challenges yet to meet, but we look forward to embracing them head-on, safe in the knowledge that our training and our experience to date have equipped us ably to shape the practice of our chosen specialty. So, Cogorgegus Lagachtanas and Eachdol Vorshaw, I look forward to working with each and every one of you as new members of the Royal College of Physicians.
Thank you very much, Dr. O'Hanlon. And now we'll call on the President, Dr. Dermot O'Shea, to address you.
Thank you very much, Michael. And Anna, thank you very much for your words. I think it's really interesting listening to some of the themes you picked up on, but I think, among other things, the importance of connectedness and togetherness on important occasions. And it's funny when you listen to different people who do put work into the words they want to say, and yet don't talk to each other and putting the words together, that the themes are very common. So, Tá fáilte ceallaigh go raibh anocht. It's a real pleasure to be here to welcome you. I'm a geriatrician, and the day I got my membership is one of those days that still really stands out for me. I remember it with pride. I remember thinking I was done with exams. I was wrong about that. I did feel I had to nail my colours to the mast about what direction I was going to go in, and that took me a little bit longer to figure out. But the choice was now in my hands. That was the really big thing one of the major things I got out of the membership as well. But I also remember how proud my parents were here that evening with me and coming into this building. So, as both Anna and Alexandra said, while today is about you, it's also about those who supported you along the way, whoever they are and wherever they are now. And today does mark one of those very big milestones in your career. It's hard-earned, it's an achievement you are celebrating, which is great, and you should just be justly proud of yourselves and those around you. And in the same way that, Anna referred to some of the challenges in a very positive way, sustaining your passion, enthusiasm, and interest in medicine throughout your career, in addition to your own well-being, that will be challenged in the years ahead. But it will be your connection with each other over the next 40 years plus, and with your colleagues, and with this college, and how you avail of the structured training and continuous professional development that will empower you and sustain you. And Trevor said this, it is our professional home, and the gentleman staring down in the middle from the picture up there, John Stern, founded the college in 1654 at the age of 30, and he did it to do three things: improve the training of doctors, improve patient care, and there's a place for people to meet. And there's a very good ring to those three things still, all these years later. But you've now joined a globally connected group of doctors, 14,000 doctors in nearly 100 countries around the world. And I think we hugely underestimate the contribution and impact that we make as a profession, both in Ireland and globally. Practicing medicine in a changing world and modern medicine in a modern world is not without its challenges. And it's really important that we protect and champion both quorum lies, which is the care in medicine, and core lies, which is the science of medicine. They're essentially two sides of the same coin. And weaving into your practice core values like compassion, empathy, kindness, understanding for your patient and each other will empower you to make an important difference to the health and well-being of your patients, to the healthcare system you work in, and as importantly, to yourselves. And they are values that cannot be replaced by a computer or technology. You are the future clinicians and leaders that will shape our healthcare service delivery in the next years and decades. And Trevor talked about being a little bit giddy here in these ceremonies, but that's the excitement for us, being able to see the potential that you have. And to achieve that and being involved in the college, you've got to be an active contributor. And that's why Alexandra is here as a trainee chair of committee, and that's why we're here. Because medicine is essentially about leadership and action. And the question that you might be asking yourself is, what can you do to be part of this growing movement of our global medical community? And I've got a few suggestions for you. Decide yourselves that you'll be collegial, collaborative, and considerate to those you work with and the teams you lead. Be the culture change that you want to see. Understand and accept that there will be, or may be, setbacks, be it exams, interviews, sometimes even patient outcomes. But understand too that reviewing, processing, reflecting, and learning from those experiences makes you a better person and a better doctor. It should go without saying in the middle of that you need to look after yourselves. You have a duty of care to yourself as well as those around you. So don't be afraid to put yourself first occasionally, and never underestimate the impact that you can have as an individual. I had a lady in the day hospital, and she's now 103, and she's still living happily at home. So we've had exchanges with her over the years, but she sent a letter into the day hospital one day to me. And it had a couple of pieces, it had a lot of advice, and it actually was a very long letter, but there was two bits I pulled out of it that have always stuck with me. One was, she said, look after your own career. It is a real possession in the changing fortunes of time. And that really is correct when I look back on my career and I look forward in my career. And I'd heard the other bit of advice she'd given to me from a few other people over the years. She said in it, adapt curiosity as your prevailing attitude to the world. Be curious about yourself, be curious about your patients, be curious about those around you. And she said that curiosity was the enemy of burnout. So surround yourself with people that are interesting, interested, positive, and challenge you. So my invitation is a little bit like both Alexandra's and Anna's to you. It's, as well as looking after yourself and your own career, become further involved in the college. Equip yourselves with the skills that will empower you to lead progress in health and patient care, as well as training the next generation of the doctors. After all, if you don't do that, who are you expecting to do it for you? And that's why I have great admiration for everybody sitting on the platform party here today. Apart from having given up time from their busy schedule to be here, they've stepped out of very busy clinical jobs to spend time contributing to the different institutes and faculties in this college. And we heard today about people getting their membership in pediatrics, obstetrics, and medicine, but we've also got occupational medicine, pathology, and public health in this college. So that type of professional and public advocacy is terribly important for us, and you don't want to leave that to a small few to do. You want to support the people that are doing it, and you want to become involved. And we do build on the shoulders of giants. And I get reminded every single time I walk into this building, including by Harriet, our mace carrier and keeper of collections sitting down there, about different people in this home, effectively, that contributed. So as you were going up into the Dunn Library getting your photograph taken, there's a bust of a man called Henry Quinn, who was a president here 250 years ago. And there's a picture currently being reframed of a Samuel Gordon, who was the president 150 years ago here. And he was pivotal in getting the laws and regulations changed to allow women practice medicine. And I always am interested in his story, because his own story, and I'm sure this was not a conflict of interest for him, was that among other many things, he had 9 daughters. So that may have influenced his thinking. So after all of that, and before I finish, I've got a few important thank yous to say. And I know when I name a few people, as I will now, that I leave out a lot. So a massive thank you to all the people I've left out. They know how important they are. But firstly, as I have done already, I'd like to acknowledge everybody on the platform party that are here to celebrate today with you. While it may not look it, once upon a time, a long time ago, they all got their membership too. And we know, we've been there, we know the dedication and the diligence it takes to do that. I'd also like to thank all of those that sit on the examiners and who are the examiners and sit on the examining boards, including those that lead and chair them. So Ona Coron of Paediatrics, Mary Higgins, who's here, and our new treasurer of the college and one of the officers in obstetrics, Lucy Ann Behan in Institute of Medicine, and then Dara Wheel and Louise Guyette and Dermot Bernock, who are the staff members. And those college staff, along with a staff of 170 or so, support us throughout both our training, but right across the career lifespan and our connection with this college. They're very dedicated, they're professional, and always committed to the college's aims and aspirations. And on behalf of our new members, I can see in the hall Gabriella and Isabella standing in the hall here, but on behalf of the new members, our members and fellows, a huge thank you to our CEO Audrey Houlihan and the staff for their continued and appreciated hard work. So thank you guys very much. It's been said by everybody on this platform, and it is meant, a huge Céad Míle fáilte to our guests, to the guests of our new members that you have with you here today, both here and downstairs in the Winter Hall. Our new members would not be here without you today. We know that. So on their behalf, and from those of us here in the college, and to those of you specifically in the hall downstairs and in the back, on the back of the room here, a huge thank you for all of the support that you continue to give to our new members today. I think they deserve a round of applause. At our core, the Royal College of Physicians of Ireland provides the highest standard of quality of training, lifelong education, learning and advocacy across the 40 or so years of our careers. And this translates into the best quality of care for the patients we look after. And the future of that and this college depends on you. As the years fly by, and they do fly by, the college can always be a reference point for your continued professional excellence as you deliver care to the patients you look after and lead healthcare delivery. As doctors, what drives us is seeing progress and improvement in patient outcomes and healthcare delivery. That takes commitment, passion, resilience, determination, focus, and teamwork, which each of you have demonstrated in spades over the years and will stand you in good stead in the years to come. Over the course of your career, as you bring honour to yourself, to your family, and to our profession, I sincerely hope that you fulfil all your own dreams and ambitions. My congratulations to each of you on getting your membership. Enjoy the rest of your evening. I'll hand you back to Michael.
Thank you, President. So that completes the conferring ceremony for membership. We'd ask our guests to remain in the Corrigan Hall while the group photograph for new members takes place in the main entrance hall, and a reception will follow the group photograph in the Graves Hall. So enjoy the rest of the evening. It's a Thursday evening with a bank holiday coming up. The sun is shining. You've just been conferred with your membership. It doesn't get much better. So enjoy the evening.